We are currently entering into the Agora though, or the shopping center, shopping mall. When you were walking down here in ancient time, it would just be lined with shops and vendors and cookeries, fast food restaurants.
You can find 69 shops in this Agora.
Good morning from our quaint little hotel here in Antalya, Turkey. We're about to start our morning, heading to the ancient city of Perge. We saw a lot of the sculptures and statues and such that were found there at the museum yesterday, which was a freaking beautiful museum. If you want to see that, check out the last video. We're about to head out. I just had one of the hotel cats, the friendliest one, sitting on my lap for the last hour or so after breakfast. Loving that little gray cat. He just sits there rumbling and rumbling away. But we gotta go explore, so I'll see you guys at Perge. We have arrived at Aspendos Theatre. This is pretty much the most intact theater in Turkey, possibly the world. And this is just the outside. We're about to head up on inside. They do still have shows going on here. She did say that there's one going on this evening, but I don't think we're gonna be coming back out for it. So we're heading on in now. Oh my god. Oh yeah, seeing a show here would be freaking incredible. I just wish it was something like Vivaldi or something going on. Then I think we would make the drive out to see it. It is incredible how intact this is. So all those statues we saw would have been up there in the nookses. How you doing?
I am. It's just unbelievable.
This theater is freaking incredible. We have got many, many more theaters we're going to be seeing on this trip, or at least a handful more. But none of them are like this intact. And it's pretty insane considering that this is I don't know how much it still is, but it was a very earthquake prone area, which is why the actual city of Aspendos, or the Agora and all the shops and everything like that, are no longer with us. It's mostly from earthquakes. But the fact that this has survived so freaking intact is absolutely incredible. I mean, you can easily tell the new stuff, like right here. It's a good example. Like, you can see the new stuff versus the old. But most of it is original and just freaking beautiful. But God, do I wish that they would make statue replicas. Because how much cooler would it look if every one of those nooks had replicas of their original statues? So they call the upper seats like the worst seats, and they gave those to women because sexism was always rampant. But I gotta say, I don't know that I would consider them the worst seats, considering the mountain range that you can see in the background up there. Like, that's completely hidden when you're down in the lower levels. But here you have that added to the backdrop. It is freaking beautiful. The ratio of tourists in Antalya compared to here in the actual ancient ruins around Antalya is honestly mildly depressing. I will never understand the beach vacation people in comparison with the ancient history vacations. I mean, why are you going to come somewhere, even if it is as beautiful as Antalya is, if you're not going to actually go and see the sights that make it what it is? I just don't understand people. The whole relaxing on the beach thing is so boring to me. I don't mind going there temporarily, but to go and spend a week on a beach is just not fun to me. I would much rather be walking around, sweating my ass off, seeing sights like this. Also, not great for people who get vertigo or afraid of heights because there's no rails and you're just walking on marble. Look at these cute little kitties. There's a bunch of them running around here outside the theater. You cute? You're cute? It's basically $3 for a fresh squeezed pomegranate juice here, so I'd say worth it. On our way to Perge, we made a quick, brief stop at an old aqueduct. That is an absolutely massive freaking aqueduct. I mean, I've seen a handful of these in Italy and such, but this is massive.
Antalya is very, very fertile for the waterfalls. We have more than 20 waterfalls in Antalya region.
We decided instead of going straight to Perge, we're going to stop at this waterfall right here. Not even going to attempt to pronounce the name of that. So we're just going to check out this waterfall and then grab some lunch, and then we're going to Perge. Oh, they got bunches of chickens and ducks and stuff running around here.
When you walk, I want to give you
Look at the cutie little thing.
Hi, little one.
Oh, so cute.
You're so tiny.
Yeah. Good kitty. All the cats here are so tiny. Like even like the adult cats are just like our kittens, and they have very small litters. I saw a mom at our hotel feeding her little baby, and she just had one little baby. This waterfall is absolutely stunning. It's just cascading over all of this green back here. It is freaking beautiful. This whole coastline down on southwestern Turkey is kind of dotted with like just national parks, national forests, and a lot of trails. And some of them you can actually hike to get to ancient ruins that aren't really accessible without hiking. We aren't going to those on this trip, but it would be an incredible hike, I'm sure. I mean, just look at this. This waterfall is freaking beautiful.
Yeah.
Like all the greenery and stuff, it's stunning. I can't believe more of them ducks aren't down in here. And she had said that this is like low fall. Like it is a much more massive waterfall during different seasons. I was gonna go all Instagram model and pay €5 to take a photo on the swing up there, but they said no digital phones. They want to do it with their like big professional camera, and then you get the pictures from them, which I just don't understand. If I want to just take it with my phone, why can't I just do that? So we just didn't do it. But if you want to, it's €5. Minus all the crowds here, this little park is quite beautiful. And I like these little stone walking paths. It's comfortable on the feet. I don't know which way my sister went. If I wasn't in a tour and I was just hiking on my own, I'd be walking up all of these paths. I like leaving no path unturned. We have arrived at Perge, the ancient Roman city, and I am super excited to get up in here.
Now we will walk down. So we will pass to the Roman gate.
It's always a good sign when you walk in and the first thing you see is a cat laying down on the wall. Are you a friendly kitty? Nope. I can already tell by your jump. You want to smell? Nope. I'll leave you alone. That theater looks absolutely amazing over there. But the one we're walking towards was for the chariots. The chariot races. And
Hippodrome.
Hippodrome, yeah. And they have one of those obviously in Rome, which is kind of a park now, and there's absolutely nothing left of it. Like there's not even like really ruins. There's one little tiny section. And we also saw one in Greece up on what was that mountain, Sheena, where they go to see the
Delphi.
Delphi, yeah. And that one,
What are you doing when I'm not here?
that one was more complete than the one in Rome, but I mean there still isn't much left to it. And as soon as I saw the pictures of this one, I knew I absolutely had to see it. So I was incorrect. The guy corrected me. I just assumed because of the shape that it was one of the chariot hippodromes, but this was just a stadium for races, like on foot races, which makes sense because she was saying like how it's not really wide enough for a chariot. And I actually didn't go down into the park area of the one in Rome. But yeah, from over the top, it is very wide. So I can understand how this would just be foot races. It is very large as far as the number of people that would have been able to sit around this thing. I see my sister up there, sticking her tongue out at in the ancient Roman cell phone towers up there. Oh, there's people actually actively digging over here. It's not just set up for the dig. I love how close you can get to the actual archaeological digs here. I feel like most countries we've gone to where there have been active digs going on, they kind of keep you like pretty far away so you can't really see it all. But you can actually walk right up there and watch if you want. But generally speaking, they don't like you filming or taking photos just so you don't leak out new finds. So we're exiting the stadium now and heading into the city. Now that we're seeing that, I'm pretty sure the one up at Delphi that I was just talking about was also an on-foot stadium, not the chariot hippodrome. Which makes sense since that was up on the freaking mountain, so the odds of them being able to actually run a chariot race up there would be pretty limited. I love when they just put all like the puzzle pieces out here. It's like, we don't know where they go, so we're just going to put them out here for you to see. Of all the ancient sites I've been, I really don't think I've ever seen like as many of the random like pillars and pillar tops and just other stones laid out in like the puzzle pieces as they have here. Like, obviously, Greece around the Acropolis in Athens, there's a lot of them, but the number of them up through this area, I mean, there's literally probably thousands of them. And I don't see them marked or numbered, because a lot of times they mark or number them like as like placeholders, so they like know where they go if they were ever to get to putting the puzzle pieces back together. But it seems like a lot of them are just kind of there, displaying them. Like that legitimately looks like it could come down at any point. It's like this region's version of Angkor Wat.
What? The prickly pear?
The prickly pear.
Old speed bomb.
Now I do admit things are a little more in ruin than I had thought they were here, just based on pictures, but it is still incredible nonetheless. And most of this stuff, especially all the statues that were in the museum, were from the 2nd century ADE. But these circular conical shapes behind, she was saying, is the oldest thing here at around 3 BCE. So a few thousand years older than most of the rest of it, which I honestly wouldn't have thought that those kinds of shapes or buildings were being built then yet. I mean, that's a more modern or newer looking building, but apparently not. And these were the first of their kind, the first conical buildings. And they do definitely stand out here. Like, it is completely different architecture than you see in any of these other things. And now we're heading up towards the bath, which she was saying is the best bath we're gonna see anywhere. So that's pretty awesome, because we saw some pretty damn cool baths in Rome, or in Italy in general.
And like domestication. I cannot believe that there's still frescoes just exposed remaining.
Yeah, really.
That's wild.
Oh, wow. Holy shit. It is a shame to see all of that construction work and scaffolding right there blocking the views. But I understand they gotta save this stuff. It's just always such a shame when it all blocks it so much. Oh my God. This will be freaking beautiful. This archway is so freaking massive. I mean, that's about probably 15 to 20 feet up there. It probably doesn't look like that in the video, but it is high. Walking into this absolutely incredible freaking bathroom. This is all still the bath. It's like room after room of the bath.
So now we are in Tepidarium. So after this, we have a caldarium. So nearby of the caldarium, they have a boiler room. So first the water will heat in a boiler room and follow the canal. First they come to the caldarium, then visit to the Tepidarium. So the water will touch to the bricks. Bricks is very useful things to keep the heat. So first the bricks will heat, later floor will heat, later marble will heat, later people. So now if you look at this side, you can see two chimneys. Have you seen? You can see the hall over there and here. Hot water comes out from the chimneys. So from these two halls, the hot air comes out from this hall, like a sauna. All the hot water and all the hot air circulate inside of the bath. And they keep the heat.
Our guide was just telling me that my favorite statue from the museum yesterday, which was the dancing lady, was found right here in front of this. That would be absolutely freaking beautiful.
Did you know that till 19th century we used their sewage system? After 19th century we were better than them. Amazing, isn't it? Look at it all underneath switch.
I figured these would be completely closed off, but you're actually able to go in the other one.
I see they are doing work.
You can definitely see the reinforcement they've done, and I assume they're doing the same thing over to the other side. We're putting the concrete in to fill in the gaps and stuff. We are currently entering into the Agora, though, or the shopping center, shopping mall. When you were walking down here in ancient time, it would just be lined with shops and vendors and cookeries, fast food restaurants.
You can find 69 shops in this agora. And the shops and the columns covered with a wooden roof, but today you cannot see because it was destroyed.
I'm following my sister out to what our guide was saying they used to think was the Temple of Hermes. But after further excavations, the archaeologists found signs that it was probably more of an ancient fish hatchery, more specifically for eels.
What did she call them?
Water tubes.
Water tubes.
Or water
yeah.
water pipes.
That makes so much sense with the if that's true for the hiding spaces.
Yeah. And a lot of this site is closed or it has not really been like excavated enough for us to like walk around. But if I were to gauge the size of this site, I would put it on par or very similar to Herculaneum. Definitely nowhere near as large as Pompeii, which we easily spent an entire day walking around. But it is still plenty of big. She was telling us that that sign back there, the carving back there, was marking the butcher shop. And I know that they all had carvings marking what they were. That's why when in Pompeii they even have like penises carved in kind of as arrows pointing you to the brothels. This is so freaking beautiful. We are now walking down the main street here, heading back to where she said that there was an old fountain, not still functional though. I feel like if all the sections that were closed off were open, this would be closer to a Pompeii size. Well, maybe like 2/3 of a Pompeii. But with all that's closed off, it is definitely much more limiting. I can't believe how many of the pillars are still so intact. So apparently this whole center channel here was a water channel that wasn't used for bathing, washing, anything like that. It was just flowing through the whole street, this whole main street, to cool everything down, cool the air down. And it all started up here from a fountain that we're heading towards at the end of the road, which was fed by an aqueduct from the river up over on the other side of the hill, then running down to the end and flushing down into the sewage, into the sewers. It's flushing the sewers out into the sea. It is incredible, the engineering that they had come up with 2,000 plus years ago. It's amazing how much the chariot wheels over time wear these rocks down to the point that there's actually like the visible grooves and deep grooves from the chariots. It's always actually pretty amazing when there's still such visible writing that's completely exposed to the elements. Like there's nothing at all protecting it. It's completely exposed. Oh my, there's a lot here. Okay, this city's looking a lot bigger now once you get up to this road. Over there it looks very unexcavated, but there's that over there. This was quite a long main road. I mean, it took at least like 5 or so minutes to walk down it at a constant walk. I am commencing the walk up the hill. It seems like it ain't too bad, but I'm gonna go at least halfway to see how the view is. It is absolutely freaking stunning. I am not going to go all the way up because just judging by how things are, like the shape of everything, I think going up to the top, which goes through those high reeds right there, you can see the stairs. I don't think that they would actually give me any better of a view. I still wouldn't be able to really see the theater over there in the distance, which I can still only barely see. I wouldn't be able to see the stadium at all, even all the way up there. It's just a higher vantage point of this main road, which is pretty fucking beautiful. I cannot believe how many columns are still intact. Well, intact-ish. You know, as crumpled as these stairs are, they are not as bad as like the temples in Mexico and stuff.
Yeah.
Because they're reasonable stairs. They aren't like stairs built for aliens with giant legs. We've been seeing a bunch of little tiny lizards scurrying around, but that one was a nice size one. No, I don't think he came through. He in there. I love the water pipes. Like,
See all these?
yeah.
Do you know what those were? They would have had the descriptions and they would have had statues all down here.
Ooh, well, see, if they would put recreations out here, it would be so much more impressive. But I would say, as of now, as it is, I was more impressed with Herculaneum.
Look!
Ooh. This thing is pretty darn cool.
Oh,
The way that it has decayed and worn away.
with the pipe.
Yeah. And the ancient Lipton bottle up there.
See, that makes me sad.
People, stop leaving your fucking trash at these sites. Like, there's just no goddamn reason to do it. Now, there ain't no way up. You have to actually climb the ruins. So not only did that person leave their bottle up there, but they climbed all these bricks, which are probably very easy to topple over to get up there.
I hate them very much.
Oh, we're about back to the entrance of this city. So heading out now. I don't know if we get to go and see the theater at all. I don't know if that's open. So if it is, I'll show you a bit of it. If it ain't, then next time I'll see you is when we get back to Antalya. You're so cute.
Puppy. Put your beautiful ears.
Oh
my
yeah,
gosh.
rolling on.
Put your little ears. Oh my God.
We've arrived back in Antalya and are gonna walk down to check out the sea, just so that we see the sea at some point on this trip. Oh, that ain't my kind of beach area. That's a too many lawn chairs over there. Well, if you're coming to Antalya only for ruins, kind of like we are, at least make a brief stop down here at the sea, because it is absolutely freaking stunning. And I feel like we timed it just perfect to see the sun back there like that. And we aren't staying down for a full sunset, but it is beautiful. I am going to walk over there for a good photo though. Oh my gosh, what's on my lens? There we go. Why? What are they doing?
They stopped doing circles as soon as we came over here. Look how pretty he is. He's so colorful.
He's a little scarier. God, they're so quick.
Look how handsome.